Yeah, sure, sure,
So,
sure.
welcome back, guys, to the Fratelli del Mondo podcast. And today we have the host from Mumbai, Parmeswar, amigo Luis from Mexico, amigo Nestor
Mm.
from Panama, and uh, Suryadi from Indonesia, from my country. Welcome back. So today we will talk about a little bit about review Udinese Inter and then some news of
Mm.
the team, and then we'll talk about Inter Cagliari that will play tomorrow. Okay, please, Prameswar.
Yeah, so first of all, yeah, welcome to the del Mondo podcast. And I think we can all agree that this match was very stressful. I remember me and Suryo predicting a very close game. He only predicted a 2-1 win. I predicted 1-0 or 2-1. I remember that. Falco said 3-0. I remember that very well. Nowhere close, but I'll come to Luis first since he's back on the show after a long time. So, Luis, first of all, welcome back. I want to ask you about this
Thank
game
you.
because very complicated, and I think going forward we can expect any game to be complicated because every team close to the relegation zone is just going to give us a hard time. So I'll come to Luis. Luis, I want to ask you first things first. What was your reaction when we conceded the goal the way we did? Right, it was such a silly goal because it was a weak cross from Samardzic which took a very small deflection, and then Sommer and Dumfries were just looking at each other, and I saw the ball go in and I was losing my mind. I was like, how can you make such a mistake? It was like a Radu moment for me. I thought, no, not again. I really thought of the Radu moment first. I was like, no, please.
Aduh.
And I also thought of Falco because Falco is the only one who's nervous that we'll probably bottle the Scudetto from here. So I thought of Falco and I thought of Radu. I was like, what the hell, man? Don't let Falco's prediction come true. So tell me, Luis, how did you feel, when we conceded that goal the way we did? Because uh, Inter broke one record on that night, which was that in 31 game weeks in a row in the Serie A, Inter is the only team to score goals in every match. No other team has done it
Mhm.
ever in the history of Serie A. So I thought when that goal went in, I thought we are not winning. I thought it's over. Maybe that stat will hold true. So what was your reaction? Were you worried or were you angry at someone like Dumfries? What did you think?
Hola, amigos. How you doing? It's a pleasure to be here again. Well, first of all, just like you said, we are Inter fans. We know that everything can happen to us. It doesn't matter if you're
Yeah.
the first and you're playing against the last one. You can concede goals like that. And since a long time ago, I haven't seen a game won that way, like the Inter way, with uh, with the last option, the last played in the last minute, and also conceding a goal that it remembered Radu's time, of course. But what I still can't believe what happened. I just saw them like watching the ball. It's going very slow, very slow, very slow. Oh, it's goal. Come on, guys, let's do something. One of you, I believe that it was on Summer. To me, always the goalkeeper has to go to the ball and they have to scream, like Portieri or Io, I don't know, Sommer, however, something. They have to go for the ball, and especially in when you have no strikers going for that one, you have all the options to go for it. I mean, it was a weird goal, and when I saw that goal, but when I saw that we had no reaction, I thought that we were going to lose that game. To be honest with you, I was not confident about the victory, and I thought that we wouldn't even score. Just like you said, it's the first team in the Serie A history that have scored at least one goal in all of their first 32 games, right? 32?
Yeah. 31, 31.
Mm-hmm. 31 games. So, I mean, the statistics will tell you that we should have a goal, but it was an awful first half, terrible first half. It was boring. I think that the guys, even when they have the break, they were tired, or I see that they are tired. They are playing maybe only in the mind, but they are not doing what they know. And
Mhm.
I mean, it was a tough one. We wanted the Inter way. Fratesi, it's like uh, the last second man.
Mhm.
He always save us. And
Yeah,
what I am keeping the way that they celebrated that goal. It was amazing to see all the team together, knowing
yeah,
what that victory
yeah,
meant. Well, let's see. Let's see. I mean, we're just about to have the second star.
yeah. Yeah, and I think you made a lot of interesting points, which I will touch upon later. I'll come to Nestor because when I mentioned Dumfries, I saw the smile on his face first because I know he's not the biggest Denzel Dumfries fan. And what do you think, Nestor? Obviously, I won't ask you too much about Dumfries. I'll just ask you, do you think whether it was his fault or Sommer? And I'll follow it up with one more question for you. Just tell
Okay.
me briefly, Sommer or Dumfries?
I agree with Luis. It was summer, but of course, Dumfries has a little
Wow.
bit of mistake. But yes, I agree with what Luis said.
I'll follow this up with one more question. See, like the thing is, when we got that penalty, I was when Lautaro picked up the ball. That's why I've shared this quote on the screen. I was worried. I was like, why is this guy picking the ball up? Because we know his penalty record is terrible. Like either his penalties get saved or either he skies them or whatever. And I was worried because we knew Hakan was on the pitch. And yeah, I was extremely worried. And then when I see this quote from Inzaghi, did Lautaro want to take the penalty? He just said no, he wanted to give it to Hakan. And he was quite calm, which is funny. What did you think, Nestor? Do you think, were you like, extremely worried or were you scared that maybe Lautaro will take it and miss it? And, because there were signs in this match that we probably might not make the comeback despite our attacking. So yeah, were you worried? And what did you think of the change in the performance in the second half? Because I think second half we turned up our game as well a bit.
Yeah, I agree that it was difficult to score 2 goals, but I was confident at least for the equalizer. To be honest, I wasn't worried because still today the team hasn't lost in this during this year in Serie A. So at some point we must not like point the players like, hey, you're gonna lose a game. Probably not right now. It's not the right moment, but hey, stay calm, stop being anxious. Yes, Sparta Inter every single day, every single match, even if it's Salernitana. But we must be confident in Int-Cag, the team, the players, everything. I was not worried when Lautaro took the ball. I was confused. I was not worried because I knew Çalhanoğlu was on the pitch, but I was calm. At least okay. It was an away game. Udinese is always kind of boring game like Bologna, Cagliari, but it was difficult for Inter to turn around with a 2-1. But at least I was okay. They were going to score the equalizer at least. But then
Yeah, no, I think
Fratesi
it's
came in, as I
yeah.
mentioned
Sorry, go
last
ahead.
week.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we had discussed about Fratesi also. Like I think we had all of us or most of us had made a case for him to start. And I think as Luis said, he continues to prove that he is a very important asset for us. Like and I think Inzaghi has also made him realize that even if he doesn't play much, you still have a role to play. This is about the group, as you said. I'll come to Suryo next because he got his prediction right. I know he's very happy about it. 2-1 win, Suryo. Congrats on that. I'll ask you one thing about along these lines, right? See, Simone Inzaghi said here that Mkhitaryan's last ditch tackle is a symbol of this group, and I think he said it perfectly because you can see how this group is united in whatever they do on the pitch, off the pitch. They're all on the same page. There is no issues. And when Mkhitaryan, look, we could have been 2-0 down if Mkhitaryan doesn't make that block. So tell me, Surya, what do you think? Like, do you think we won this game because the group is so strong, or do you think it was just because, it's only down to the quality we have, or what do you think? Because our group always has this tendency to find solution. Do you think because this group is so strong and on so much on the same page that we have won so many games this season, including the Udinese one? He's on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, just like I told you last week that it will be a tough game, but first of all, I agree with Luis also. It's like just a summer mistake. I guess it's just a weak ball, weak shot from Hazard, and it shouldn't be a goal. It should not be a goal for sure because it's just like me and my friend playing Sunday League. It's it's a weak shot, but yeah, I just we can yeah if we saw the expression of Dumfries, it's like telling Sommer that it's your ball. You should catch the ball. Yeah, that's the goal. But the first thing is the mentality after we left behind with 1-0, and then the Hakan scored the penalty. I think it raised up our mentality, and of course it's the factor from Simona itself. He made the right decision to sub. He put in the Davide. Davide he made the brace for the final score. Yeah, I think the mentality it's it's not easy when you have a away game and you left behind with 1-0 score, and then you turn it up with you made it end with 2-1. I think yeah, the mentality of course for the team.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think this team has shown that. I think we can all agree that a lot of these games last season we would have lost if this was not the mentality shown by the team. And I'll come to Falco. Falco, tell me. I'll ask you straight away. Who do you think was the man of the match here? Who do you think had the most impact and helped us get this win? The main difference maker, in your opinion?
Man of the match.
Yep.
I think it's Pratesi because
Wow. Okay.
yeah, he won it. He won it. Fratesi, but it was not the first one
Mm-hmm.
because it was pretty similar with the when Inter
Mm-hmm.
played the game against Hellas Verona. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
it was Pratesi, but Mkhitaryan's tackle
Yeah, Mkhitaryan was
was very,
fantastic.
very
Yeah.
decisive. Yeah, it was very,
Yeah.
very important because it was so close. It was so close.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That tackle was brilliant. I mean, I don't know how
yeah,
he managed to hit that so clean. Yeah, go ahead, but
yeah, that's what I can say.
just once you hit record. So yeah, Falco, you said Barella was your man of the match. Does I'll just ask everyone very quickly. Does everyone agree with that? Do you guys have any different man of the match in mind? I'll start with Nestor first.
No, it was Pratesi. I said Pratesi.
Yeah, yeah. You said sorry, but Fartezi, my bad, not Barella. But do you guys have any other man of the match in mind, Nestor? Or
I would go with Çalhanoğlu first and Pratesi second. Çalhanoğlu
uh,
because of the equalizer, and he was
oh,
in
okay.
control of the midfield, and he never
Mhm.
backed down. He performed well.
Luis, what do you think? Do you think Fratesi is the right man of the match pick, or do you have any other preference?
I was thinking about Mkhitaryan. Definitely, he played a
Mhm.
beautiful game. We all remember that save.
Yeah.
That could be the 2-0, and I think that it was a factor
Mhm.
to keep on the road. So I was thinking about
Mhm.
Mkhitaryan.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think I was also actually going to pick Mkhitaryan, but since you mentioned it, I actually agree with the reasons you gave. I think he had a very good game. Suryo, quickly, who do you think was the man of the match for you? Was it Fratesi or someone else?
I think this time I also agree with Falco. Yeah, Davide he made the brace. Yeah, he did. he's the decide decided to give us 3 points with his last goal. I think not for me and Falco, we have the same opinion for the last match between Inter and Udine.
Fair enough. So I think we've discussed the Udinese game enough. I think it was quite the exciting victory. It was Fazza Inter moment, and I think we can move on from that. I think we'll just touch upon some news. So yesterday, I'll come to Nestor first. Yesterday, some news obviously has been breaking around, has been broken around that again. There might be some Saudi interest from Saudi Arabia again in Inter because again Zhang is still working to refinance the loan. It has not been done yet, Nestor. So the source in question is pretty reliable. But look, the news as reported, as you can see, is that obviously the clock is ticking for Steven Zhang, and they're trying to find a short-term financing loan, so that then they can prepare for a sale. So, Nestor, tell me, what do you think? What's your do you believe that Inter is on the verge of some sort of a South? It does not mention PIF, by the way. Let me be clear. It's not PIF. It's some other family close to PIF, right? Let me be clear on that. So, Nestor, do you think Inter is on the verge of a takeover from Saudi Arabia immediately, or do you think, as the news says here, that initially Zhang will keep Inter, but eventually in a year or two, or maybe 3 years at max, he will sell them, and maybe then it would be a Saudi fund. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I think it's just rumors, nothing else, to be honest.
Fair enough.
But I think that Sainz should be working on the sale of the team. I don't think it's gonna be in the next 1 or 2 years, probably 3. But to be honest, we've been saying about this or reading about this for the last 4 years, and we're right now in April 2024. So, and again, it was basically the same with Moratti back in the days. So since 2010, he was with a crisis, and he ended up selling the team. I think it was in 2014. I don't remember. 14 to Eric Doir. So it's basically the same. It's not that someone has to sell immediately, but we cannot look into the same mirror as AC Milan when the interest fund took control of the club. It's totally different.
I think you have a point. Look, rumors come every now and then, and in the past, sure. But right now, obviously, the difference is that the club is in a very attractive spot, right? I mean, it's just that Zhang wants a lot of money for Inter. That's why we have not been sold. That's the main thing over here. And I feel you have a very valid point that the thing is, what you said basically explains that many people are interested, but nobody has actually made an offer properly. We will see whether it actually comes to reality or not in the next few months. That time will tell us. I'll move on from this news. I'll come to Falco. I'll come to Luis after that. Falco, so yesterday, one reliable source, obviously, Pasquale Guaro, he broke the news that the Inter 24-25 home kit is going to have a layout like this, wherein 1/3 is going to be horizontal stripes, as you can see, and 2/3 will be vertical. So, what is your opinion? What do you think? Obviously, it's a mock-up design. It's just a sketch. But are you worried that this kit is going to be horrible, or are you keeping an open mind going into this?
I don't know. As long we don't see the official design, I cannot say anything, because the same thing also when Inter had a jersey. Do you remember when we won the Scudetto with Conte? Yeah,
Okay.
with zigzag.
The
So
But the thing is that was still vertical only, right? This is going to be a mix of vertical and horizontal. He's a pretty reliable source, so we are going by that.
yeah,
What do you think? Are you worried that this is
but you
going to
never
be a big
know.
miss?
You never know.
Yeah, I mean,
It can be amazing. I mean, it can be good to see.
okay. Let me change it. Are you worried this will look more like a training kit?
It could be, yeah. It looks like, I mean, this sketch, this design, looks like training kit, but we never know. Maybe with the second star, it looks more amazing. No.
Oh yeah, you're correct. And also, what you said, Nestor? Barzani said earlier that the priority for Suning is still to renew the loan first. So as of now, I think we can expect Steven Zhang to stay put. Basically, I'll come to Luis after this. Luis, Hakan had an interview yesterday, very interesting one. He was asked about how he would celebrate if they won the Scudetto in the derby, and his response was very uh, humble to say the least, wherein he said that I saw the celebrations that AC Milan did last year, and when if we were to win the Scudetto in the derby, we will make sure we won't do the same. Pretty much said that. He said that we'll do it in the right way possible, and he hopes that the game is a fair one. So, Luis, tell me, do you think if we actually win the Scudetto in the derby, do you think we should keep like celebrations very calm, normal, or do you think we should actually go wild and celebrate the way AC Milan did and mock them in return? What do you think? Do you think Hakan deserves to actually have a go at them, or do you think he should stay calm and just celebrate with Inter?
Well, first of all, I think that it was a very mature declaration from Hakan's.
Yeah.
Definitely, he's not going to get involved in this war between his Milanista past and his Interista present, of course. But I think definitely, I think that even when we are going to get nuts in the celebration, we are not going to fight, or we are not going to show those kind of do you remember what this cartel said?
Behaviors. Behavior.
That behavior, but specifically when they won the Scudetto and they were moving on the bus around Milan, they had
But yes,
this poster,
or of Inzaghi,
this
mocking Inzaghi,
and
And Hakan.
Hakan, specifically Hakan.
and Hakan,
I
of course.
believe that Çalhanoğlu already won more than he could have ever won there at Milan, even when they won that Serie A. And winning this second star, especially for him, will be like the top of his present, of his Interista present. It was the perfect move when he came to Inter, and I believe that even when the Tifosi are going to celebrate with all their hearts, including us. Well, I mean, I am not thinking about Milan, and I think that it's a general thought. We don't think about Milan. We are not expecting to win it just to win it against the AC Milan. We want to have the second star, besides Juve, besides Milan, besides Roma. I mean, we are like very deep. How do you say? We're concentrated in win this for us, not to show it to them. So I think that it'll be a different way to celebrate. I don't think that we have the same behavior than they had when they won that Scudetto.
Yeah, I think you said that very well, because a lot of the interviews, if you go and watch, Luis, a lot of them speak about how they are. Even Bastoni actually said this in his interview yesterday, that they're not really worried about winning the Scudetto in the derby. That's not their thought. Their thought is that the derby is anyways an important game, and they have to regardless try to win it, and they're mainly focused on winning the Scudetto. As you can see, Hakan said, I've gone through a lot of things in silence. I've waited for this moment, because as Nestor said, the celebrations when AC Milan did it when they won the Scudetto, they were obviously very what do you say, insulting towards Hakan and towards Inter in general. So yeah, I think I agree with Luis that I think we are more focused on ourselves and that's what matters. I'll come to Suryo. I think we'll move on to the Inter Cagliari preview for after this. I think that's pretty much the news we have to discuss. There's not a lot of things that can be discussed in general. Other than that, so I'll come to the Inter Cagliari game quickly. Just a second. Uh, 1 second. Yeah, here. So I'll come to Suryo. Yeah, Suryo. Obviously now we we are close to playing the derby. There is a week's break before every game, and and look, we have two absentees for the game. We don't have Lautaro Martinez. We don't have Benjamin Pavard. It's very obvious they're both suspended. So tell me, do you think with those two absentees, Inzaghi should make more rotations? Do you think someone like Mkhitaryan should be benched? Because clearly Mkhitaryan is 1 yellow card away from suspension, and if he gets it against Kelly, he will miss the Derby de la Madonina. So tell me, Surya, what do you think should be the like predicted 11? Do you think Inzaghi should pick the same strong 11 as he does, or do you think there needs to be more rotation against Cagliari?
Well, I think it's important to make a rotation because we need to have a full team when we face the derby. Because I've read the news
Mhm.
also, the yellow card, the suspension from Pavard and Lautaro. It was a part of the Simone's strategy. So I think the rotation itself is important because uh, derby it's not like an
Mhm.
ordinary match. Yeah, so whatever happened, the most important thing we need to win the derby. Even if the worst case is we lost points, we lost from Cagliari. I think most of us will agree that the match between Inter and Milan is more important than Cagliari. So I think the rotation is needed. And from I've seen the last 5 games. It's also the fact is Cagliari have the same records with us. I mean, from the last 5 games, Cagliari they won 3 times, one draw and one lose. So just like us, we lost again Atletico, and then draw, and we have 3 wins. So again, it's a home game, but I think I wish for me, I wish it the worst result is draw for me. I wish that's the worst result, but I also want it to be a clear 3 points for us.
No, I mean, look, I think I somewhat agree with you that we need to have some rotation in this game. I think some players have proven that they deserve to start. I think, but I'll save those questions for Nestor, Luis, and Falco. I'll come to Falco next. Falco, tell me. You can see my screen, right, Falco?
I cannot.
The probable lineup.
Uh,
You cannot. One sec. Just give me a second.
yes.
So I'll just ask you one thing. So obviously, Suryo thinks there needs to be some sort of rotation, right, going into this game.
Mhm.
What do you think? Do you think you know Simone Inzaghi should change more, like more than 3-4 players, or do you think it should be down to like minor rotations? Maybe let's say change someone like Mkhitaryan only, or maybe play Devray over Acerbi. That's it. Do you because we won't have Taro and this guy Pavard, right? So what's your take? Do you think there needs to be major rotation here so that they're well rested for the Derby della Madonnina? And just to put it out there, there is only one player at risk of suspension, which is who is Mkhitaryan, no one else. If he gets a yellow card. So what do you think? Do you think there needs to be more rotations like Arnautovic, not Sanchez starting, or do you? Yeah, just let me know your views.
Okay. From last match, from the match day 30, yeah. Yeah, 30. I mean, every game is a final, in my opinion. Every game is a final, and with Cagliari, we don't have tomorrow. We don't have Lautaro and Pavard. So with the absence of these two key players, let's say, I mean, Inzaghi already. I mean, he's thinking about some rotation, but I don't think it will be a big rotation because we need obviously to win. I mean to secure the Scudetto as soon as possible because the possibility is against Milan. I mean to win the Scudetto. Maybe if I was Inzaghi, I would take out Mkhitaryan in let's say in 55 minutes, something like that. Yeah, in first 10 minutes of the second half, I will take out Mkhitaryan and I will sub him with Frattesi,
Correct.
Uh,
Mhm.
it's not easy. I mean, it won't be easy to face Cagliari that at the moment they are doing
Yeah,
very well,
I
and
agree.
they are because they
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
yeah they are fighting to I mean
Stay up.
in relegation in relegation zone. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah, they're fighting.
teams that are
Yeah.
fighting. So it won't be easy. I don't think
Look
it will be
to
clean.
your just to add to your point, Falco. We
Hmm.
saw Atalanta beat Liverpool 3-0 at Anfield, and that was something. And who was the team that Atalanta lost to before that? It was Cagliari, funnily enough. So, I mean, it's not like they're a bad side. Look, as you said, in form and in this part of the season, these teams turn up. Whether you like to admit it or not, it's pretty much a fact that these sides turn up, as you said, Falco. Like, let me make one more thing clear before I get to Nestor and Luis that Nandes and Deola are suspended. Nandes is a big, obviously, miss for them. He's been linked to Inter many times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Falco, any more thoughts on that, or do you, should I move on to Nestor?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Any more thoughts, Falco?
I lost I lost your
No, no, any more thoughts? Do you want to,
no no
do
no
you
no.
want to add anything more?
Just maybe just a little bit prediction that
Sure.
it won't be
Yeah, I'll come to you. I'll come to the prediction.
yeah.
I'll come to predictions. Hold on. I'll move to Nestor next. Nestor, tell me.
No,
I'll ask you.
tomorrow is
Do
not
you
clean
think?
sheet.
I'll ask you. We keep it very simple for Nest.
Tomorrow no clean sheet
I'll keep it very simple.
and Barella will score.
Hold on. I'll come to the predictions. Okay, fair enough. Nestor, I'll come to you. Uh, Tell me, Arnautovic or Sanchez? Who should start up front? I think we lost him. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yes,
lost Nestor, right?
yeah, yes. Some no.
Wait, is Luis there?
He's coming. He's coming.
He's back?
Yeah,
Yeah, just a sec. I'll keep it going until then.
yeah.
So, Luis, are you there? I can't see him on the video. That's why I thought.
Or you can go to Suryo first, and because Luis,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure. No, I'll just give my views shortly until then. So, you said Falco, there should not be much
I'm here.
rotation. I feel not. Yeah, I'll come to you next. So just give me a second. I feel there needs to be some rotation. I mean, like, I think I would bench Mkhitaryan. I know he's very important, but I think we need to start Fratesi here. I just don't, at times I just don't trust these referees, and I feel he will book Mkhitaryan from nowhere, and then he'll end up missing the derby for no reason. That's my worry here. I'm more worried about the referee than Mkhitaryan, basically, right? So I feel I would start Fratesi and play him the whole game. Don't play Mkhitaryan at all if the game is going fine. No need to play him. And I think the only other change from this predicted 11 is that maybe I would start Aslani just to give Hakan some rest. That's it. Very risky, but I think I'll do that. I'll come to you, Nestor. I hope you can hear me now. So I just wanted to ask you something. Two questions. Your favorite player? Do you think your favorite player Denzel Dumfries should start over Matteo Darmian, or do you also think now that Arnautovic is
Your
back from
favorite
injury,
player.
do you think he should give his favorite player? Do you think Arnautovic should start over Sanchez?
Sanchez as the starter, Darmian for the minutes after the 90th minute, if Inzaghi decides to.
Mhm.
I'm against rotation unless it's necessary. Obviously, Lautaro and Pavard.
Yeah, fair enough.
I agree. I agree with
Mm.
Mkhitaryan with a yellow card, so he's fine for the derby.
Yeah.
But for everyone else,
Mhm.
the team is playing every 7 days, once a week. So
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
rotation. The team needs to wrap up the Scudetto as soon as possible. Let's celebrate as
Yeah.
soon as
Yeah.
possible. I want to send you whatever you drink by DHL so we can celebrate together.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Yeah.
no, Chervi, Bisek, Bastoni, Sommer, the full strength team as much as Inzaghi can. And
I
yeah,
agree. That's a fair point.
nothing else.
Yeah. And one more thing for you. Do you think? Look, not a question. Rather, I agree with you. Wherein I think you and Suryo, as you guys said, that there does not need to be too much rotation because, correct me if I'm wrong, AC Milan are playing before us, right? So if they lose to Sassuolo or if they drop points, whatever, if obviously, then that's a chance to wrap up the Scudetto there and then mathematically. There's no need to be worried anymore. I mean, whatever worry is left for someone like Falco. So I guess you have a valid point, just like Suryo does. I'll come to Luis now that he's back. Luis, I was just asking everyone about what rotations they would like to see, or if they would like to see the same strongest 11 starting. What do you think, Luis? Because Pavard and Lautaro are both suspended, right? That's already two players who will change over. So, do you think there needs to be more rotation than this? Like Mkhitaryan is one yellow card away from suspension as well. So, do you think there needs to be heavy rotation, or do you think there needs to be no rotation at all?
Amigo, you're muted.
Mute. Luis, Luis, you're on mute. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, see?
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Perfect.
First of all, we don't have to forget that even when they are going on the 13th position, they're still fighting for the relegation because they have 30 points and then Frosinone has 26. So we're talking about 4 points. They're going to fight with everything to stay in Serie A. So I don't think that is going to be a very easy game. And maybe thinking that, as far as I remember, Mkhitaryan has 4 yellow cards, or I'm wrong.
No, you are absolutely
know?
right. He does have four. He has four.
Okay.
Yeah, one way.
I would save him, or I would leave him rest, thinking about the derby. We have these handicap that could make the things easier if Milan lose points the day after the game. And I think that I just replace. I'm checking here what you're sharing. To be honest with you, I would start with Sanchez and Arnautovic. I mean, I don't like at all that that combination of strikers. But I would give a rest for Thuram. I would give a rest for Thuram. Definitely, I would play without Mkhitaryan because we cannot have this spectacular and very important player without the game against Milan. So I would pretty much the same squad that you have there. But Arnautovic instead Thuram and Fratesi for Mkhitaryan.
For Mickey. No, those are valid points. Look, I mean, it's about time these guys did something to give Thuram and Lautaro one rest. Like, just score or do something to, give the main strike. Because, look, Lautaro will get his rest now. He's suspended. But Thuram, my God, I think that Athletic game broke Thuram. Like, he's not been the same since then. I think he struggled after that. And these two, Sanchez and Arnautovic, have to take a lot of that blame because of that, because they just don't perform for most of the part. So I think I agree with Luis. I think, as you can see, even in the Balotagios section, it says Mkhitaryan Fratesi 60-40. Fratesi has a good chance to start. And I think given the goal he scored, I think he deserves to start as well against. And Luis, you said it very well. Like Cagliari won't make it easy. It's going to be a frustrating. Every game from this point is just somewhat going to be frustrating. I think we can all agree on that. It's just a matter about as to when we can seal the Scudetto. So I think those were our predicted lineups. We pretty much agree as to who should start. I'll come to score predictions quickly. I'll start with Suryo first. Suryo, what's your scoreline prediction for Inter Cagliari? And also give me the goal scorers. Yeah, we're not going without goal scorers.
Okay, my goal scorers for this game.
Luis, come to Suryo first if you don't mind. I'll come to you.
Oh, yes, sure.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, Suryo, go ahead.
Okay.
Your predictions.
Because this is a home game, maybe I'm optimistic with maybe 3-1.
3-1.
We
Okay,
3-1.
yeah, who are your goal scorers?
Well, the goal scorer maybe Sanchez,
Mm-hmm.
Barella, and maybe uh well, the last will be maybe Carlos Augusto.
Why not? Yeah, he needs a Serie A goal maybe. Yeah, I'll come to Nestor and then Luis and Falco in that order. Nestor, your scoreline predictions and goal scorers for the game.
2-0 in favor of Inter. Goal scorers, Thuram and Mkhitaryan.
Thuram and Mkhitaryan. And I think I want to see Thuram score more than anything because he needs that goal. He needs it. Like he seriously needs it. Luis,
I
I'll come
think
to you next.
sorry,
Your
just one quick thing. I know that I've been saying that
sure.
this is the game for Lautaro, this is the game for Thuram for the past 3 weeks, and I've never hit it once. But I think it's time for our strikers to score a few goals.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, Luis, I'll come to you. Your scoreline prediction and your goal scorers for the game.
I am with Nestor 2-0. I think that it'll be
Mm-hmm.
the final result. And I believe that we are going to have a goal for one of the three strikers. I don't know if it'll be Thuram, Alexis. I don't think that Arnautovic will score. But I'm sorry. One of the strikers, and another one, I will go with Bastoni.
Sticks.
Fair enough. He's playing very well, so why not? Yeah, Sticks. Yeah, Sticks is the English translate, obviously.
Yeah.
Bastoni, of course, in Italian.
Sticks.
So, but Luis, one more thing for you. Are you expecting one of those? Are you expecting one of those days wherein again we will create a lot of chances and miss a lot before we score, or do you think this will be a bit more comfortable in terms of chances?
I don't think that we are going to have like many chances.
Yeah.
I believe that maybe I am thinking that the Bastoni's goal will be in a corner kick,
Okay.
or a free kick, like
Mm.
a header. But no, I don't think that we are going to have a lot the ball, or I mean the ball, the possession. We will have possession. We're not going to have that many goal chances. I think that is going to be even a tough game. Probably like the first goal in the 75 or 65, and the last one like in the 85 or 90.
Yeah. My hope is that, like every lost goalkeeper becomes a super goalkeeper against us. Scufe
Yes,
was supposed to
definitely.
be because I remember this Scufe was supposed to be a very high potential goalkeeper, and I'm telling you, this guy is going to turn up tomorrow. Out of all games, he's going to turn up tomorrow. I save Falco for the end because I know he's the most anxious person about the Scudetto on this panel. So Falco, tell me your goal scorers, and this is for you. Do you think tomorrow is the day we seal the Scudetto? Assuming that Milan would drop points in the Sassuolo game. before us.
Okay. My prediction 3-1. So no clean sheet for tomorrow. So the goal scorers, Thuram, Sanchez, Barella loves to score against Cagliari. Okay, that's the way.
Cagliari, his team. So why not? Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to secure the Scudetto, it will be the derby. Milan, I think Milan will
No,
win
okay, not tomorrow.
against Sassuolo. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, you know what? They're expected to rotate heavily tomorrow. So either it goes well or it goes bad because they have to play Roma. Like we saw, they lost to Roma, a very well prepared Roma. So you never know, right? Tomorrow could legit be the day we actually lift the trophy. So you never know. I think I'll predict along the lines of Nestor and Luis. I think it will be a balanced game, but I feel eventually a 2-0 win should do it for us. And I want Thuram to score. I hope he scores. And Fratesi, I think if he starts, he'll score, or even if he comes off the bench. So I think that was our predictions, Falco. You can take over from here. There's not many more things to cover after this.
Okay. Okay. So I think that's enough, guys. And thank you for for joining. And I hope we will win tomorrow against Cagliari. That's we know every game is a final game. It's a final game. So
Yeah.
we are winning. We are winning the Serie A, the Scudetto. No more anxious. No, I posted I mean the Cucito Scudetto sul petto. I posted on my
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah. Solpeto. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
100% optimistic. No,
I think the Udinese win gave you the much needed confidence you need, like
yeah,
you
after that game,
you
yeah,
require.
after yeah, thank you guys,
Like,
thank you, and I think I can okay.
uh,
Um,